throw it to loosen them up. So really, in our initial Leffler's thinking of the first 6 plays or so, they were all going to be passes. And then we were going to come back to the run after that. It just so happened that we only played, I think, 50 plays or 55 plays, something like that, which was about 30 less than we played the week before. So it just got into that kind of game. It wasn't necessarily a deal that we weren't going to run the ball. It was we're going to throw it a lot early, and then we didn't have a lot of plays in the game. And then a lot of those runs that Logan had, some of them were called runs where Logan was going to keep it. Some of them were runs where Logan is reading somebody on the defense, and based on what that guy on the defense does, he may have given it to the back or he may have kept it. And it just so happened that on a lot of them, his read said for Logan to keep it, so that's why he carried it.
Did Trey's health or JC's lack of practice play into that at all?
Not really. We tried to protect Trey a little bit on certain plays. When we knew what certain plays that were called, we tried to get maybe somebody else in the game for Trey. From a physical standpoint, JC felt okay with. We lined him up as a receiver. He had a series where he went in there and had the whole series at tailback and did okay. But not really. I was confident in all those guys the other night. I don't think JC was totally 100%. I doubt Trey was totally 100%. But they were good enough. I didn't have any concerns about them.
Is that going to be a benefit this week? Like them not getting a lot of contact during that game? Is that going to make them healthier for this week?
I hope so. It was. I hope so. We'll see. They've had a good day of practice today, and they said they feel better and all that stuff as well. So there's no question about it. As the season goes on, each week kind of takes a toll on you, and it adds up. But they're pretty good. Knock on wood from a health standpoint, and hopefully from last week they didn't get a lot of carries, but the thing that Trey did is he was involved in pass protection a lot. JC too. There was that one play that was where we turned a defensive lineman free, and JC got steamrolled by a defensive tackle. That wasn't part of the plan. And then Trey did a nice job, really nice job of blitz pickup. Twice where he had to kind of stone a linebacker, and then twice where they ran a little twist inside, and they got a defensive tackle or defensive end free. Trey picked the defensive end up, allowing Logan to throw a pass, for a completion. So he may not have had a lot of carries and taken that pounding, but he took a little bit of a pounding in pass protection at least.
What about Joel? Not to pick on the kid, but the only time you noticed him, it seemed like was when he missed that blitz pickup.
Yeah.
Did you see anything that you could take away from that to help him get better? Or?
Yeah, just use the technique we teach you, and nothing. He did nothing that we teach did he do on that play.
Right.
And I told him. The second down play was Trey ran the screen pass. I thought he got hit pretty good on the screen, and then I got Joel in there on the next play, and I told him I got you in there before because number one, you know what to do. I got as much confidence in Joel to pick up the right people in blitz pickup as anybody, and you've got size, and I've seen you do it. But then he got out there in a game situation, and he ducked his head, which we don't teach ducking your head. He just threw his shoulder in there. We don't teach that. We teach punching and getting your hands in there. And if you watch Trey did it exactly right, on his times. But I told Joel, it's your first time going in there, but when you're called upon, you gotta produce. And he was in there some on the quarterback draws that Logan ran. He was in there on those. He did a nice job. But I've told him before, if you just trust your technique, you're going to win every time in pass protection. And I show him all the time. There's a play against North Carolina last year where North Carolina brings the linebacker off the edge, and he's bigger than J.C. Coleman, outweighs him, but J.C. has perfect technique. He's lower than him. He's got his head and eyes up. He gets his hands inside. He punches the guy right in the chest, and he flips the linebacker up on his back. And I show him just to prove a point. If you'll just trust your technique, I promise you're going to be okay and win. And that's what Joel's got to do, and he'll be better the next time.
Cool, thanks.
Yep.